Now we are discussing about money making options. In that today we are discussing about a bond ladder. A bond ladder is a series of bonds that mature at different times over a period of years. The staggered maturities allow you to decrease reinvestment risk, which is the risk of reinvesting your money when bonds offer too low interest rate payments. Opportunity is a bond ladder is a classic passive investment that has applied to retirees and near retirees for decades. You can sit back and collect your interest payments, and when the bond matures, you extend the ladder, rolling that principal into a new set of bonds. For example, you might start with bonds of 1 year, 3 years, 5 years and 7 years. In a year, when the first bond matures, you have bonds remaining of 2 years, 4 years and 6 years. You can use the proceeds from recently matured bond to buy another 1 year or roll out to a longer duration. For example, an 80-year bond. Risk is a bond ladder eliminates one of the major risks of buying bonds. The risk that when your bond matures, you have to buy a new bond when interest rates might not be favorable. Bonds come with other risks too. Bonds come with other risks too. Treasury bonds are backed by the federal government. Corporate bonds are not. So you could lose your principal if the company defaults. And you will want to own my bonds to diversify your risk and eliminate the risk of any single bond hurting your overall portfolio. If overall interest rates rise, it could push down the value of your bonds. Because of these concerns, many investors turn to bond ETFs, which provide a diversified fund of bonds that you can set up into a ladder, eliminating the risk of a single bond hurting your returns. This is the bond ladder. So, especially about bonds and securities, it is a good business, but they should say sincerely about what are the risks or how much we can get in the interim, that is in the mid-term, how we will get. Suppose cancellation, suppose one person is paying for 7 years of bond, but after 2 years he got some risk. He is having the eligibility to cancel the bond and get the money. So that money is most important that time to him. Likewise, all these things, risks and the benefits also, the bond ladder should say clearly about all these things. Then his business will be successful in the long run. Wishing you all the best.